went through and completed the entire Extreme Conquest map. Thankfully, this map is a lot easier from when we had the Extreme map back in MLB The Show 20. And honestly, if you're completing this program, you definitely should do this map. But honestly, even if you're not trying to do the Extreme program right away, working on this map is really nice because of all the free packs you get involved. But I'm going to go through the strategy you need to take with this map. It's not difficult, but you have to be very particular in the route that you play. But I'm gonna go through what I exactly did to go through this map. If you do want to watch my other videos I did already make about the showdown, which I uploaded earlier today, and in my moments video, which was yesterday, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and go check out those videos after you watch this. As you see with our map, you've got to go through all the individual steps because we have goals to complete. You got to complete certain tasks by conquering certain objectives by certain turns. I want to first go through what this stuff means, so if you're completing this yourself, you actually know why you are doing things a certain way. Just to review our conquest terms, an enemy stronghold is any of these bases with the team's logo. So what these turn-based objectives mean, you have to capture one of those team strongholds on the first turn, you have to capture 2 by turn 2, 3 by turn 3, and so on. You don't have to do it exactly on those turns. If you're someone who plays the game all the time, and you're someone who's good enough to play on Hall of Fame versus the CPU, you can go through this really quickly. So I got all the turn-based things basically done within the first 3 turns, which was really nice to be able to get it done out of the way that could just conquer the map very stress-free afterwards. So the turn-based goals, you basically have to add a team onto the list by the time you do the next turn. So conquer 1 team by the first turn, conquer 2 teams on the second turn, and you're doing this all the way until you have 6 teams in your belt. So first part of the map is going to be taking a specific path so we could do this in the most efficient way possible. If you're someone like me, you can just play out the stronghold games, win them pretty easily, and you might be able to get it done ahead of the pace. Then you also need to steal fans on your way up. So you need to steal 3 million fans on or before the 3rd turn, you need to steal 6 million fans on or before the 6th, and then you need to steal 9 million fans by the 9th turn. So basically, you could steal 3 million fans in the first 3 turns, and that's not bad. You also could just try to steal fans 1 every single turn that you take, but that adds a lot more games. I would recommend doing just 1 steal fans game of a team that you are close to each turn, get them out of the way on all-star. I think everyone can play on all-star, or maybe do 1 on veteran, 1 on rookie, whatever you want to do. But your goal is to get to 9 fans by the time that you are done with turn 9. Like I mentioned, there is a path that you probably should take to be very particular with this. What you gotta do is you gotta get 6 teams within the first 6 turns. So this is exactly the route that I took. Basically, you see this circle of teams here. You got the Brewers, Braves, Twins, Padres, D-backs, and Rockies. All of them are in the closest proximity to each other. So I ended up going for those 6 teams for my first 6 teams. Just did a quick little circle and conquered that top left part of the map. You could definitely do other things, but I would go for the Brewers first, then the Braves, then the Twins, Padres, D-backs, and then Rockies. All you have to do is add the fans all to 1 pile and progressively move around the map going to the Brewers. And if you have enough fans, you should be able to win the Sims. If you're on the very first turn, you can go right for the Brewers. If you end up losing a fan, you might be able to restart and just start from square one and keep simulating until you get to the Brewers with your entire pile still. But 1 game per turn isn't bad. What you'll do is first turn, make your way up to the Brewers. Just go right at them. You can simulate this game, probably will win it very easily. There we go. Then if this happened, which this would only happen in the very, very beginning, just restart, get that pile going on your team right away, go right up for the Brewers. It's definitely the path to go. This should sim in our favor this time. There we go, 12-0. And they didn't take a single one of our fans, so this works well. So now we can play the stronghold game to take their stronghold on veteran difficulty. That's very easy. Then when you win that game, you'll still have your pile of fans. Keep on moving towards the Braves. For me, I kept on going at them anytime I could, so I simulated this game over here and tried to get to their stronghold. I think the simulating worked out very well in my favor, so I got to the Brave stronghold on turn 1 and beat them as well. I think I had both of these teams done on turn 1. Then when you steal the fans, go for the steal fans of the team that you are next to, so you can add more fans to your pile, and also when you get to their stronghold, you could play that lower difficulty. So what I did is I went through the Brewers, made it my way to the Braves. Once I beat the Braves, I went on to the next round. Then I stole the Twins fans. I had my pile after that and then did the reinforced round, added them all to the one pile, then just went down to the Twins, simulated games, get to the Twins. Then I beat the Twins. Thing is, with how I did this, since I was going as quick as possible, I played some games on Hall of Fame against these Stronghold games, which they really weren't a problem to me. I've played the game enough where I can handle that easily. If you're someone who is nervous and worried about playing on Hall of Fame, I get it. It's okay. Hall of Fame is not for everyone. What you may want to do is just skip that turn. And then since we are hopefully ahead of pace or right on pace, next time you go around after stealing fans again or whatever, then what you do is you add that pile again to your big pile so you have more fans in one singular bunch. And at that point, you should be able to play on like All-Star or Veteran difficulty very easily. So basically, you just make your way in the circle, beeline it right to the Padres, beeline it right to the D-backs, and you're going to consistently do this for those first 6 turns. Just for me, I went as quickly as possible. I played on the higher difficulties. You could maybe skip out on a turn and just add more fans so you don't have to play on Hall of Fame. However, I would recommend giving it a go as quickly as possible. And I honestly had all of the fans done by turn 3. I had all my Steel Fans games, did 3 of them on All-Star. Then I took over these individual spaces, got the Rockies out there, and once I went that circle, that was all 6. And at that point, once you have that done, all you need to do is just conquer the map. So you treat this like your other Conquest maps. Just take a big pile of fans on your reinforced rounds, just keep on simulating games, conquering the entire map. And I basically conquered nearly the entire map. Make sure you do keep an eye out on your strongholds that you take over, because sometimes I've heard of people not checking in on their strongholds and they accidentally lost them. So that's why I recommended when you're doing this, quickly beeline it to the teams, do your 6 games, and after that, just protect your strongholds, surround those with your fans, and then just take over the entire map. And at that point, you're just playing the last like 10 games. This is about, in total, 19 games. If I counted correctly in my head, it is 15 teams to take over. And then you had to do 3 Steel Fans games. I think it was 18 or 19 games. So it really wasn't that bad. Last thing I want to mention here, because if you are doing the Extreme program, I wouldn't recommend doing the Conquest first, only because you could get Kerry Wood and work on parallel XP while doing the Conquest. If you're someone who hasn't done the program at all, I'd recommend getting up to 15 stars, hopefully within your moments. Get Kerry Wood in your inventory. Then you could work on the parallel XP mission and literally pitch him every single game of the Conquest. Once I got the Conquest finished, I had 4,200 PXP. I got 4,000 of it there. Then I finished up by doing the play versus CPU. You really want to go this route? I would recommend getting Kerry Wood first. Do the Conquest map and only pitch him in these games, and then basically just speed through the Conquest map, get that PXP, and then finish it up in maybe ranked or play versus CPU versus like the Rockies or some team with really bad hitting. And you should be pretty good to get the 5,000 PXP, which is all you would need to get this program done if you did the showdown, the map, and all of the moments. But yeah, there are a lot of sick packs and stuff to open on this Conquest. If you want to see how my packs went on this map, I'm gonna be opening my packs on stream tonight, basically as this video is live. So come swing by the Twitch channel, come say hi. But I appreciate you all watching this video. Let me know in the comments if there's anything I missed or anything that helped you with the Conquest. But I really do think the Conquest is the easiest part. It's really just a battle of time. I think it took about like 4-ish hours in terms of games to actually do this map. But I appreciate you all watching this. Good luck on the Conquest map. And I'll see you all again on the next video where we'll be debuting all of our Extreme players. Deuces.